I asked DeepSeek AI to scroll around the internet and find the best free expert advisors that I can download and test. So here is what I wrote as a prompt. Find the best 5 free expert advisors or trading robots over the internet that I can use to trade on MetaTrader. As a result, I want to see EAs that I can download for free and test them. Make sure these EAs have track records from FXBlue or MyFXBook websites. Also, the EAs need to have proven track record on MyFXBook and reviews on Trustpilot for the website or the brand. And it thought for 31 seconds, and the first result is Magdi sample EA. And because it refused to give me the links for the expert advisors, I had to do a little additional research until I figured out that this is the Magdi that is added by default when you install a new trading platform. And for example, right here I have the DAWinX account, and if I show you the experts, you will see that there is the free folder, and here there are plenty of expert advisors, and all of these are for free. There are the examples from where we can see the Magdi, and here is the Magdi sample EA that DeepSeek was talking about. I will right click on it and I will press the test button. And to be fair, I'm using MetaTrader for over 10 or 12 years now, and I've never ever tested the free EAs that come by default on MetaTrader. It's a good thing that DeepSeek told me they were worth testing, because if I just show you randomly on euro-dollar for the H1 time frame, you can see that this result is actually not bad. Okay, it's not profitable, but it's not losing a lot, and that's just the default euro-dollar H1 setting. If I switch to F15 and if I play around with it, I'm pretty sure I will get some positive result, and here it is. That's kind of a profitable expert advisor. And actually, here I'm testing just for the last 1 month. Let me switch to the entire history and we will see together what happens. But some of the brokers like DAWinX, they just include many free expert advisors from the backend of MetaTrader, so the traders can use, trade, experiment, backtest. And here is the Magdi sample, which one more time was the first choice of DeepSeek for a free expert advisor that I should test. And let's switch to the graph, and it's downloading history. So let's wait for this to happen, and I'll just speed up the video. And when it's ready, the backtest went really on a bad loss. It's not ready yet, but I don't see this coming back on the profitable side. So you can see that this backtest actually started from 1999, which is like 6 years ago. And usually we backtest expert advisors for the last 5 or 10 years. That is just too much back in time. So I'll just stop that expert test and I will go for a custom period, and I will go today but 5 years ago, and I will hit on start again. And let's see how this Magdi sample expert advisor will perform for the last 5 years. And we can see some more promising result at the beginning of the test. Then it dropped below the initial 10,000 line, and we are in 2022. It is going sideways, a little bit negative. It's like not going to be profitable. And here it is, right? It went a little bit on a loss. I will give it a last chance on the M5 time frame, and I'll click on start, and let's see how this will perform. But again, I see the expert going sideways, and it's actually recovering a little bit. it until the moment where it reached the 10K. Oh, actually it continued higher and lower and up and down. Probably it will stay flat or a bit on a loss, but that's definitely not an expert advisor you would be trading with live money, right? However, the test finished on the positive side, but again, it's not really profitable. So you can play around with it. You can backtest it, let's say for different currency pair or for different time frame, and just see how this will perform. One more time, backtesting it since 1999, it's not really worthwhile because we want to trade and backtest the expert advisors that are suitable for the most recent historical data, like the last 5 years. It's good enough. You can see that it is a little bit profitable on Aussie Cat. I'll leave it on you to play with the MACD sample EA from MetaTrader. And the second expert advisor we have is the Scalping Dream EA. It says that it's a free download from the community forums. There is track record, strategy. There are some pros and cons, but actually when I search for it on Google, Scalping Dream EA looks like an existing expert advisor. There is the Scalper Dream, which is a paid expert advisor. It's not free. Then there is Dream Scalper Indicator, but I couldn't really find an expert advisor with this name or a website that offers a free download. So number 2 was a bit of a misleading suggestion from DeepSeek. At number 3, we have the Moving Average EA, pre-installed in MetaTrader 4. Again, it pointed me to the pre-installed expert advisors on MetaTrader, and you already saw how you can use those. Just go on the folder and right-click on the test of the expert advisor you want to be using, and then just play around with the different assets and time frames and perform a backtest from the start button, and you will be able to see how this expert advisor is performing. Actually not really well on the pound dollar on M15 time frame, but I clicked that one randomly. Now the next result is interesting. RSI EA, or that's the Relative Strength Index EA, that is available for free on MQL5. There is no track record, there is no MyFX book verification, and it says that RSI is a widely trusted indicator. Well, we know that, but let's see if there is such an expert advisor on the MQL5. So if I go back to the MetaTrader platform, I'll close the tester for now and I scroll lower, you will see that there is the market. And actually, if you stick until the end of the video, I will show you my suggestions for free expert advisors that you can trade with. And we have a few that are running profitable on DAO accounts. For example, in this account I have a paid EA, but I will show you one free expert advisor that achieved really stable profits for the last 3-4 months with DAO, and you will be able to download it for free and test it yourself. And I really prefer DAO to test new accounts because it is way better than demo accounts. It's a live environment, and to sign up it costs 38 euro a month if you want to trade on MetaTrader 4 or on MetaTrader 5, where you have the US stocks available. On MetaTrader they are not available as well, the US ETFs, but I usually prefer to use MetaTrader 5. And if you want to sign up and you enter the coupon Petko, you are getting a discount and you can sign up for 30 euro and 40 cents. For this amount of money you get a brand new DAO account, and you can have multiple. I already have about 10 accounts, and on DAO you can receive allocation and earn 15% out of the profit split, because this is a crowdsourced hedge fund and this is how hedge funds work. If you want to learn more about DAO, check out the video down below in the description where I recorded a complete review about the platform. And with that being said, I really thank you guys for sponsoring today's video, and now let me show you the next expert advisor, which I will search for on the market, RSI EA, and you will see that there is a paid one, RSI Trustful Trading, and there is the updated RSI EA. Now the bad thing here is I can't really understand which RSI EA DeepSeek was recommending, because it didn't give me the link, but I will check these two. I will download the first one and I will download the second one. After the video, I'm planning to set them on DarwinX account, and if they do well, I will let you know, guys. So I will save the time to test these expert advisors. And now let me show the fifth suggestion, which is really interesting. It's GitHub MT4 and MT5 EAs, customizable risk management EA. And here is finally the link. If I click on it, you will see that someone has uploaded plenty of EAs long ago. I'm not familiar with these expert advisors. I'm not recommending these expert advisors, guys, but look at that, it's plenty of them. If I click on MQL5, you will see that there are plenty of expert advisors, like really many. Those were uploaded 3 years ago, so you make sure to backtest any of them if you decide to use. But for example, I'll pick one of those. Let's say the Equilibrium sounds nice. I'll download it and I'll put it on MetaTrader. It is right in here, so I'll go to File, Open Data folder. I'll click on MQL5 Experts, Add Advisors, and I'll just paste it in here. Then I'll go to Expert Advisors and I'll just hit on refresh. It will show in here. I will right click and test it, and I'll switch to euro dollar and I'll start the backtest on the H1 time frame, and I'll click on start, and let's see how this expert advisor will perform, or actually has performed in the past, because it is, one more time, an expert advisor that was uploaded 3 years ago. Initially I see a drop. You can see that the account dropped below the starting balance. Then there was a profit. It made like $800 or something, and then it just goes sideways, and this will backtest it from the beginning of the year. The backtest is a little bit slow. It depends on the code behind the strategy. Some are quick, others will take ages for you to backtest. But over here I see some flat performance, a profitable trade, a flat performance overall on a profit. And one more time, I picked this expert advisor super randomly and I backtested it randomly on euro dollar, and I'll just backtest it on M5 and you will see a little bit different performance over here. Again, profit. Maybe time frame doesn't really matter for this expert advisor, but this guy actually shared a lot of expert advisors for free. You can download them and test them. One more time, I'm not recommending these expert advisors because I've never traded them. I just showed the results from DeepSeek, and to be fair, these are results that are suitable for complete beginners if you just want to play with the backtest and see how MetaTrader works with expert advisors. But if you want to trade real money, I wouldn't suggest you trade any of these expert advisors. But that is why I said that at the end of the video I will share EAs from vendors that I tested and you can give it a try. So the first website is the FX Automator, from where I'm trading plenty of expert advisors. I'm trading the Forest Gold Investor the most because it is profitable. It has proven track records, which is really great. I also have it on a small $500 live account right in here, and it made like 55% in the last few months, 13% in the last 30 days alone. But that is a paid expert advisor. At the time of recording the video, let me check what is the price. It is $197, but these guys from FX Automator, they have plenty of free expert advisors: the BF News Trader, the Trend Power Bot, Flex Recovery EA, Bollinger Band Tunnel EA, MACD Trend EA, and these are developers. Like, these are the pro vendors that develop and sell expert advisors. and you can comfortably test their free EAs. The other is the dark EAs from the developer Marco. They have the expert advisor called Dark Algo. That's their paid expert advisor. I also have it on a $2,000 live account, and it made nearly 5% in the last 1 month. But the vendor offers plenty of free expert advisors on the MQL5 Marketplace. And with my team, we placed one of his free EAs or a DAWinX account, and that is the Dark RIA EA. And you can see that it performed really well until the 14th of January. And now it is in a little bit of a drawdown. I hope it will recover. But this type of performance is really suitable for DAWinX accounts because they are looking for traders that can achieve 2 to 3% a month. However, if you want to trade the same EA, you should randomize a little bit the inputs to get unique trades. And if you want to test any of the expert advisors I mentioned, check out the links down below in the description. And to learn more about DAWinX itself, check out this video on my site because I have reviewed the platform and everything you need to know about them is right in this video. As always, I love you guys, trade safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.